What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Vegas Odds MMA breakdown here on the Vegas Odds YouTube channel. I'm your host, the fight analyst, Garrett Kerman. And with me, as always, is my man, Joe Danger, Jesse Hobson. What's up, man? How's it going?
As always, I love to hear it, Garrett. Yeah, LFA 151 on deck, as always. Got some good ones here. Got some familiar faces. Got some newbies. Yeah, a nice little card to get into.
Yeah, bro. LFA Brazilian card. Those are the cards I love because we get some great Brazilian prospects that come through the rankings, just like we had this past weekend in the Bonfim brothers. Those guys absolutely delivered with finishes. One arguably couldn't knockout of the year. Definitely going to be up to debate to be one of the knockouts of the year. And we're only a couple weeks into the new year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to breaking down this card and seeing what Brazil has for us this time around.
Yeah, I think one of the fighters even was scheduled to fight one of the Bonfim brothers, but that unfortunately fell through. And I mean, we'll get into it, but definitely some nice Brazilian fights, Brazilian fighters on deck this weekend.
LFA 151 goes down a Saturday LFA fight card at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on UFC Fight Pass. I am actually quite surprised. I thought this was a Friday night card.
Probably because we don't have UFC
Oh
card,
no,
probably to kind of
definitely. But
yeah, which is
I'm
pretty cool.
I love that. I love the Saturday night spot more than the Friday night spot, in my opinion. I like a Saturday something to watch on Saturday nights. Let's get right down to it. We're gonna start right at the tippy top. Okay, Jose Delano and Gabriel Santos. Right now, their line is minus 360 for Delano, and the comeback on Santos plus 270.
Yeah, Delano opened up as a pretty big favorite, and the money continues to come in. It looks like he wins every 3 months, so we're right on cue. Both guys are 26. Santos seems to be getting fast track, which I'm not sure if that is gonna pay off here. They both have beaten stiff competition. In all reality, this is a hell of a matchup. Ultimately, I'm gonna side with Delano. He's a little bit more polished. Like I mentioned, Santos, coming in a little green in comparison to Santos anyway. But regardless of who gets their hand raised, both guys should be in the UFC sooner rather than later. For this one, I'm liking Jose Delano by decision.
Yeah, these two guys know how to go in there, know how to bang it out. I'm expecting a good fight between these two. I've watched a little bit of both of them through the ranks up the LFA. You look down on some Jonas Barzinho. That's a good win. Dude comes off a hell of a knockout contender series. Michael Stack, another really good win there. Jair Jazruno, another good win. And he comes off a first round knockout. So comes in with a lot of promise. Has very good wins in his last 4 wins. And then you have Santos on the other hand. Take a look at his record. 9-0. He's gone in there, beat Marcio Barboza with a nice knockout there. Elvis Brenner, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, got signed to the UFC on a short notice fight coming up, I think against Tukagov. I believe Brenner got signed to the UFC. So, he's got some good wins of a really good competition as well. 1 win in LFA and then future MMA promotion. These guys have a lot of experience coming into this fight. I think it's going to be a hell of a matchup. I think the line's a little bit wide. Definitely going to be a lot closer, especially on the feet, especially on the mat, and everywhere the fight pretty much goes. I think it's going to be evenly matched, but at the end of the day, I think Delano is just the better fighter. I think he's just got a little bit more experience. He's on his way up, and I think he gets the dub. Minus 360, though, kind of got to stay away, though. A little too steep for my liking. In our co-main event, we have a fight for the strawweight championship. The LFA strawweight titles on the line between Julia Polastri and Brenda Godig. Right now, Polastri minus 165 to come back, and Godig plus 135.
Polastri lost to Jastuvovic, however the hell you say it. on Contender, so that may be why she seems
Jessica.
familiar. And Gotig is undefeated, but she's a can crusher, man. She's beat 3 fighters with no recorded wins. This is women's MMA, so anything can happen, but Polastri should be able to handle the fraud with ease. I'm liking her, Julia Polastri by decision as well.
Are you talking about Jasmine Jazz Davicius?
Yeah, I couldn't say it. I
was trying to get that out. I'm like, are you trying to say Jasmine Jazz Davicius? Yeah. Polastri looked good on the feet in that fight. You know, she's got some decent, kickboxing background. She looked powerful. Unfortunately, she went against, a very big, very long fighter in Jasmine Jasovicius, who's also a flyweight. She went up in weight to fight Jasmine, and Jasmine was definitely twice her size. Reason why she was able to get taken down and absolutely, controlled on the mat. Granted, she's a really good wrestler. Like she was on the Canada national team, if I'm not mistaken. So no fault there. So I think she's got a ton of experience against high-level competition going in there against Brenda, who, like you said, was a can crusher for majority of her 6 wins. I think that's going to play a vital role here. I'm expecting Polastri to be able to utilize her speed, her kickboxing experience, background, and power to just cruise to a title win here and be the next strawweight title champion for LFA.
The odds are a little interesting for that one, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, minus 165, I think that's a steal. Money's still coming in on Brenda, so maybe you want to lay low and wait to see what happens there. But in the lightweight division, we have a fight between Milson Castro and Anderson Ferreira. Right now, the line is minus 425 for Castro and plus 320 for Ferreira.
We were talking about the title fight being pretty wide. This is actually a pretty close matchup. I mean, and the line is astronomically wide for me. Both guys have evenly matched, with Castro being ranked 25 in Brazil and Ferreira, he's listed at 22. Castro tends to lose by decision, but Ferreira, he's faced better competition. He tends to lose, but he still fought, what's that guy's name? Macaliza Costa, who just recently fought in UFC. And he was once scheduled to face a Bonfim brother too. That fight, unfortunately, got canceled. Ferreira simply, for me, has more paths to victory. Despite the odds, I feel like the Tapology rankings are a little more accurate in this one. I'm going to take the stab at Ferreira. I was actually liking him at plus 275. I'll take plus 300 all day. I think he might get it done by KO, but we shall see.
Yeah, I might have to side with you there too. But like strength of competition, right, is definitely on the side of Ferreira. He's faced the better competition. He's been in there. He's 20. He's a 20-fight vet, in professional mixed martial arts. So I don't feel like Milson Castro is going to bring something that he's never seen before, and I feel like they're fairly close on the feet and they're fairly close in their grappling exchanges too. Why not take a shot on a dog that's over 3-1 on the books right now? Especially in low regional MMA. These are the type of shots that you want to take. Most long dogs really don't hold value in the UFC. Most, especially at plus 300, because none of them did last weekend. All the big favorites won for the most part, except for, I think, one. But they all won. In LFA, these are ones that you can try to take advantage of. Bellator is another one. PFL is another one. Those are the ones where these dogs can come in, and I'm expecting this one to come in here.
Or at least be closer than the odds indicate.
Right. I mean, we're going to see a ton of value there for sure. In the featherweight division, we have a fight between Jonas Barjarino. Jonas versus Caio Machado. Right now, the line is minus 120 for Jonas to come back on Machado, minus 110.
You should remember Jonas as the guy with the spinning wheel kick finish from Contender. I still find it weird that Dana passed on him after that. And maybe with another showcase win here, he might get a call up. Machado, based on his record, the ups and downs, seems like a journeyman to me. And he does occasionally get knocked out. While it is very possible that Machado slows things down and cruises to a decision, I think it is a little more likely for the two fighters to engage here and for Jonas to get the better of that exchange. I like him by KO, but, at these odds, why not just take the money line?
See, with Jonas, painstakingly makes me not want to bet on him because, he had such an easy win. Let's be honest. It was such an easy win. He's just standing there, not doing anything. Not betting on a guy that it's not going to do much. It really just makes me want to not bet him. But in this matchup, I feel like this fight is fought at range. He's winning. He's winning all day. And I don't think Machado has the grappling to take Jonas down, make him work. And I think hopefully Jonas knows from prior experience that he needs to pick up the damn pace and keep it moving. Give me Jonas here. I'll take him at minus 120. I think I feel like if he wins, he's going to look much bigger than a minus 120 favorite. All right, moving on to the flyweight division. We have a fight between Marciano Ferreira and Matheus Browns. The line is minus 175 for Bronze to come back Ferreira plus 145. What do you got?
Just looking at these two guys, you would assume that Mateus is the one that would be favored, or would be the dog. He almost looks like a cartoon dog that you would see in Tom and Jerry. I'm not sure if it's like his teeth or what, but he just has that look like junkyard dog. But once I dug into it, I did discover that he does have the tools to get this fight, get the win in this fight. He's bigger, he's longer, he's younger, and he does come to fight. Both guys are skilled on the ground, but Mateus he's just better. He has 2 fewer fights than Ferreira, but just as many wins. Bronze could get it done on the feet or on the ground. I'm going to side with the latter, as that's where 2 of Ferreira's previous losses come. I like Bronze by sub. I like the money line. I like the junkyard dog getting it done.
I like it, bro. You're making me believe it here. And that's what I want. But I don't know, man. I don't know if either one of these two are really UFC level competition. But I think I have to side with the favorite here as well. Just like you nailed it, he's just a little bit better everywhere than Ferreira. Maybe he's not so skilled on the feet, so skilled on the mat, but he's good enough to beat Ferreira in this matchup. I think he takes it into his wheelhouse, takes him down, beats him up, control time, sinks in that submission, and gets the job done. Minus 175.
Yeah, he's fun to watch too. He's weird looking, but he's fun to watch.
looks like a salamander.
Something, yeah.
Our next fight up is in the middleweight division between Marco Tulio Silva versus Oliveira.
Yeah, I know. Who do you think's gonna win? Oliveira, I guess.
Silva's a minus 515 favorite to come back on Oliveira plus 375. I don't think the bookmakers think Oliveira is going to win this fight.
I'm going to take a stab on him. Wholly experienced Batman. Silva isn't a slouch, as he's been finished one time, but he's still really, really very green. Both guys are chinny, but I think I'm going to have to side with the experience here. Oliveira has a more complete skill set. He can get it done on the feet, on the ground. He's edged out a few close decisions.
The man's lost to every good fighter he's fought.
I also like that image with his torso. He almost looks like...
Why is he so tall? Why is his torso so long? What happened in that photo?
It's like Osmosis Jones or something, or and then he's giving you that look like, yeah, man, they did me like... I just think the line's too wide, man. I don't think he'll get it done, but I think Silva is worth the stab. That's the honest truth.
But what I want to see is, did this man actually fight in the UFC? Why does my man have a picture with UFC gloves?
It was like his cousin was in the UFC, and they're like, hey, throw these on, dude. We're going to put this on your Tapology. That's what you do, man. At Academy, they got him,
Silva over here comes out of Shudo Box. So, he's coming out of a really respectable camp, which is why his line is the way it is. 7-1, also RoboCop. And a middleweight RoboCop, might I add. So there'll be 2 RoboCops going head-to-head with one another, maybe. But he's going against a dude, he's going against, Oliveira, who's got a very long torso. And he's going to be right in belly button range here. He can throw some good body shots just at that salamander body he's got going on over there. And I think he gets it done. He's got power. He beat Glyco França as well. He's got some decent wins here. Granted, he's been knocked out before, but everybody in the last 3 wins are better than anybody Oliveira has beaten in his entire life. He's only 28 years old. I think Silva goes there and knocks him out probably in the first round. I think he's gonna be too much for him. He's gonna be too powerful for him. He's gonna come forward and he's gonna knock him.
I'll take a stab on the salamander just for funsies.
I feel like that's what they're going for anyways at that point.
Yeah, only one then RoboCop can survive.
That's what we have for you for this week's breakdown here on the Vegas Odds YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know who you're betting in the comments, and we will see you all next time. Adios.